everyone and welcome to the Learning Ladder. I thought I'd do another prep with me for 4th grade, but today is Saturday and I'm so excited because we're actually going somewhere. We are going out to eat, which is so nice. We've not done that in, I can't remember, maybe November was the last time because everything was closed. And it's finally opened up, so we're so excited to actually feel like we can go somewhere. But we've been 3 places this week, which is just amazing. So we went to the things you take for granted. We went to the water park, which is so fun. That was one of the first things my daughter wanted to do, was go swimming, and I have not been able to get tickets for our local, leisure centre swimming pool. But we decided, we're just going to go for it. So we went to a water park. It's super expensive to go to places like that, but it was something she really wanted to do, and it's a treat and everything else, and I think it was definitely worthwhile going, and it was amazing. We had so much fun. So we went to the water park, and today we're eating out, but first we're going to go to the library to get some new books, because again they've opened for in-person too, so it's super exciting. So I actually finally had some things to write in my bullet journal, lots of things that we've been able to do, which is crazy. So you'll see in my, I think I filmed a video actually to do an update on how I'm using my bullet journal. So you'll see in my year at a glance, the months have just been empty because there's been nothing to do to write in there in terms of places we're going, because that's what I tend to use the year at a glance for. This is my personal one, this is not for homeschool. So it was so nice to actually be able to put 3 things in for May so far that we've actually done. So in terms of prepping for 4th grade, I'm almost done with Journey Through Time. So I'll give you an update when we come back as to where we're at with Journey Through Time. But right now I need to get going so we can get to the library before it closes. And then we're going to go out to eat, which is going to be so fun. I might take you with me. I'll see. I always feel really weird about taking filming while I'm out and about, because people tend to look at you weird. And also, once, it wasn't me, but my husband once got told, he was taking a picture, he was in the store and he was taking a picture of what was available to send to me. He was at home, and he was told not to take pictures. You're not supposed to use your phone to take, you're not supposed to use your camera in the store, so I'm always cautious about that now. After that, I didn't even know that was a thing, that you were not supposed to. I see loads of people doing that, taking, not see them as in actually in the store, but YouTube videos and things, people taking clips of things of what they're doing in the shops. But apparently some places don't like that, so we'll see. Anyway, I might show you what I'm eating if it's anything too interesting. So I'll check in with you when we get back. Yay! First trip to the restaurant in months. Speak to you soon. We're on sweet corn and scone and clotted cream and jam. We're back. We got a nice stack of books from the library. We were allowed to take 20, so she's got her full 20 here. Okay, so we're back. We had a really nice time. We went out to eat, as I said, and we went to the library. I already showed you the stack of books that we got, which is great. And I was also really happy because I was able to reset my password, my PIN for the Borrow Box. It's our e-book and audiobook hire that they have now, and also Libby. They're all connected. Ours is slightly different though, is that Borrow Box does ebooks and audio, and Libby just does magazines, I believe, currently. It's not the same as, I know in America yours is really good and it has all kinds of stuff on Libby, but ours is slightly different. But however, I'm still happy because I managed to reset it so I can actually log back onto Borrow Box. I've not been able to do it because the libraries have been closed, and you have to, because there was something wrong with my actual card, I had to get a new card which had a new number on. But finally it's actually working, but also it's a good thing getting a new card, because now I can actually check out from a self-service machine, because I couldn't do that before because mine didn't have a barcode on, but it does now. So it worked out well in the end, and I'm super happy because I can now borrow some ebooks. We were allowed 6. I don't know about where you are, let me know, I'd love to know. We're allowed to borrow 6 ebooks. And I think it's 6 audiobooks as well, although don't quote me, it might just be 6 between. I think it's 6 each, so you could borrow 6 audio and 6 e-books. I'll let you know anyway if you're interested. Once I can finally set it up and work it properly. I don't know, it's just funny because I had in my mind that they'd have tons of like these ebooks, but it's actually not. It's very similar to the library in that it'll say no, on loan, and then you have to reserve them. I don't know why I thought that there would be more. But anyway, there was a few school books, not too many. Our library is very, very small. but I did note, because one of the reasons I wanted to go to the library was because I wanted to check out how many books they might have for Journey Through Time for 4th grade. And there was a few, not tons, but there was a couple. But I can try also into library loans, because it'd be great to actually be able to use my library for homeschool. So it'll be nice to actually be able to get books from the library for, you know, the World Wars and the Victorians and the Vikings perhaps. So that'll be a first, because in the past it's very rare that I can actually get any kinds of books for education from the library. Because it's so small and they have such a limited amount. But anyway, that's good. So we're back. I am going to have some dinner, and then, which seems weird because I've just had lunch in terms of the video, but I haven't, it was hours ago. We got Shadow. Our Shadow is our kitten. She's 1 tomorrow, so we've got a few bits and pieces I'll show you in a second for those that are interested. What you get a 1-year-old cat for her birthday. But I'm going to have some dinner, and then I'm going to do a bit of work on Journey Through Time. So in terms of where we're up to, I finished all the notebooks. Yes. So that in terms of notebooks, there's one for ancient Egypt, there is one for ancient Greece, there is one for, I'm not saying in order because I'm just thinking about which ones there are, the Vikings and the Anglo-Saxons, there is one for the Tudors, the Victorians, Romans, World War One and World War Two, and Shakespeare. So those are all the notebooks. They've all got different activities in. Some that are the same in terms of the actual pages. So, you know, who were the ancient Egyptians? Who were the ancient Greeks? You know, but different. I've tried to vary the layout of the templates and things. And then they've each all got their own little activities as well. So they've each all got a STEM activity. They've also each all got some kind of art to look at or to colour, which is fun. I really like that. And what I'm also going to do is, while they're pre-filled with questions that I've come up with, so, you know, who were the ancient Egyptians, blah, blah, I'm also going to put in a set of blank templates. They've all, as I said, they've all got their own little activities, at least 2, sometimes 3 for different things. So for example, the Victorians STEM is to design a watch. So I've shown a picture of a Victorian watch, and then they can design their own watch. I thought that was really fun. And there's also, because it's Victorians, Alice in Wonderland. I had to get it in somewhere. If you've not watched any of my videos before, I love Alice in Wonderland. It's the best book ever. So I had to get Alice in Wonderland in for the Victorian times, but it's appropriate because that was when it was written and stuff. So there's an Alice in Wonderland activity in the Victorians. And yeah, I'm just really excited about the notebooks. What I'm working on currently before I release it is the teacher lesson guide. So what I'm doing is just going through all the activities. So I'm up to World War One and World War Two. Just cross-checking that I'm happy with all the activities that I've put on there. And that, you know, there's nothing better that I could put on. So I'm just going to check those 2, World War One and World War Two. And then I do my final check, whereby, because everything's hyperlinked, once I've converted it into a PDF document, I always click on all my links individually, which takes forever. But, you know, you've got to, especially if you're offering it for a product for sale, to make sure that when you click on the link, it takes you to where I anticipated it should. That usually is always fine, but it's just something I always like to check anyway. I'm usually very meticulous in that I always make sure that it's the right link, but just for an added layer of caution, because it's different if I click on my own link and it takes me to the wrong place, then I can just say, oh, I realise what link it was supposed to be and fix it. But if you're purchasing it and you click on the link and it doesn't take you where you wanted it to go, then how are you going to know where it was supposed to take you? So that's why I think I have to always double check. So I'm going to click on all the links. I'm going to click on all the links for all the activities and the YouTube videos and the websites, make sure they're all okay. And then all I need to do then is prepare the documents for upload. So you have to do a few different things as part of pay teachers requirements, and then it'll be released. So I'm going to do a flip through video and show you what's in it before I release it, and then once the video's up, it'll be available on Teachers Pay Teachers for those of you that are asking. So yeah, that's what we're up to, and now I'm going to go and have some dinner. So I'll speak to you soon, but I'll show you what Shadow got for her birthday, just in case you're interested. Okay, so here's a card. I thought that was super cute. Alana really liked it too. So that was the one we picked for her. She doesn't normally have M&S cat food, so I thought this would be a nice little fun treat, and it's adult because she's 1 now. Well, she will be tomorrow. So fine, she's been having kitten food up to now, with only occasionally adult if we couldn't get kitten food, which, due to the events in the world, occasionally did happen, unfortunately. Fine terrine rich in wild mackerel. So I think she'll like that one, hopefully. little treat. She has got some goodie bag from Felix, the mixed grill, beef, chicken and salmon. Some Garfield kitty sticks, the salmon ones. There's several in there. She doesn't normally have milk, so we got her a little cat milk. Her main present is this telescopic duster with some bells on. So I think she'll like that. And then there was no cat toys, hardly apart from this one. So Alana was really disappointed that she couldn't find something she liked. But then she found this. It's a dog toy, but she'll still like it. She'll like playing with the tassels. And she'll like scratching the pig, I'm sure. So that's what she's getting for her first birthday. She's also going to get some salmon. But that's obviously in the fridge. So she's going to have a little bit of salmon too. But also a couple of things have arrived that I didn't show you in my Amazon haul. So we've got the Ancient Myths collection. Those are what's in here. This looks really good. I'm excited about this one. We have got Science Comics Polar Bears. Shadow is playing with their tunnel. Science Comics Polar Bears. My daughter really loves these science comics. World War II. Kids who survived tell their stories. I thought this would be really good for when we're doing World War II. And then Wild Lives, 50 Extraordinary Animals that Made History. I thought this would be a really good one to have as well. So that's what that looks like inside. And then I also got a couple more things, and you're going to think, why on earth did you buy this? But I'm going to explain. So I got the Map UC Manipulative Kit. Whoa, which I almost dropped then. That would not have been fun. I also got Gamma. This is a student text. This is a UK version, which is why it's different. I think the US ones is a hardback cover, but this one is the UK version. So it is student text, test booklet, and teacher guide. But also the DVD, which I think is still on the shelf behind me. And if you're thinking, why on earth would you get that? So we have used Saxon from K to 3. It's teacher led, so you do the lesson. Show your child, well, basically the first thing is your morning meeting, so you do all your practice of your drills and everything else. There's also 7 different questions about different things. So there'll be a time one, there'll be coins, the coin cup, then it'll be, you know, how many minutes are in an hour, you know, just some kind of little activity. And then there's always a pattern, so a number pattern for them to do, and you know, various different questions about different multiplication patterns or anything like that. So then you do your lesson, which is always a lesson that you do with the teacher. So I teach her the new concept, and then she does her worksheet afterwards and a fact practice sheet. So that's how Saxon K to 3 works. However, in Saxon 5-4 and thereafter, it completely changes. So instead of the teacher teaching the lesson, it's all in the textbook. So the student reads the questions, reads the practice questions, does the practice questions, and then the mixed practice. This is all in the book, and then there are a ton more questions than there ever was in K to 3. I mean, a lot. So I think maybe triples or quadruples in terms of questions. Triples probably more like. So we haven't tried it yet. We won't be starting it till September. So what I want to do is have a solid option for if we don't like it, what we're going to do. Also, I've also considered an option of doing 3-day, 2-day of something else. I know that's quite a popular choice because obviously different curriculums have different methods. So for example, Math UC is mastery, whereas Saxon is incremental. So it's a different way of bringing in more focus, I guess you could say. So for example, with Gamma, it's all multiplication. But it's multiplication to a higher level than what you would just do for that age because it's mastery. So I want to have a look at it. Basically, I want to go through it. I want to see what I think. And if I like it more than I do Saxon, or if she likes it more than she does the new style of Saxon, then we might certainly consider doing it as a full curriculum as opposed to a 2-day, 3-day scenario. Or we might hate it, in which case I'll return it. So basically I wanted to see it. I wanted to see what it was like. I wanted to, you know, look inside and everything else. And it was difficult to do that, particularly because this is the UK edition. I couldn't really find any flip throughs of it or anything like that on here. So I decided to purchase it, and if I don't like it, or if I decide we're not going to use it, we can always send it back. So that's not the only other math program I'm looking at. I'm also looking at master books. So I have ordered a master books book. It was on sale. It was massively reduced. So to me, that's worth it to have a look through it, because although you can see little pages here and there, it's not the same as having the physical product in your home and your child trying it. The other thing as well is I thought I could do with that is we can do some over the summer with the master books one anyway, for some summer review and things, because a lot of the first part of the book of master books is review, so she could do a few of those lessons, and to me it's never a waste to have a curriculum that she might like, especially if it's math, because as we all know, there are different ways to present maths, and we've only ever used Saxon, so now's my opportunity to try her with a few different options before we decide what one we're going to stay with for the next however till she does her high school exams. So that's why I wanted to try a couple of things out, because now to me is the pivotal moment to try something else, because we finished the Saxon K3 program. So I've also ordered master books. That hasn't arrived yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them all myself first. I'm going to go through Math UC. I'm going to go through master books and compare to Saxon 5.4 and see which of the three I personally think is the better option, and then I'll present that option to her in September and go from there. And if she doesn't like it, then obviously we have a couple of backups to switch to, but I'm also still considering the possibility of doing a 3-day, 2-day, particularly if it's a mastery program, because then you get 2 days focus on just multiplication, in this case with gamma, and then the 3 days is a spiral or incremental approach, as is master books and Saxon. But then all these different options are coming up this year. There is The Good and the Beautiful Maths, that's coming out in August, and I haven't seen it. They've revamped it, redone it all apparently, so I want to see that too. And that's when I feel like I can finally make my ultimate number one choice, which I'll then present to her when we start school in September, to see if this is the one that we're going to go with, because I feel like, although I've said yes, we're going to do Saxon, that's me saying we're going to do Saxon, I want to make sure that she is happy with the new system, the new way of the how it's presented, because it is very different compared to what she's used to. She's used to doing it as a lesson together, and then she goes and does her sheet, and it's going to be very different. In terms of content of Saxon 5.4, it's going to be absolutely fine. In terms of difficulty level, it's not too hard or anything like that. I've gone through it all and I'm perfectly happy. It's all on level. My only slight concern is the extensive increase of questions, and I've heard a lot of people say, well, they do odds, they do evens, they don't do them all. Saxon specifically states in the front that you're supposed to do them all, but obviously every person's decision based on what they've read the instructions is going to be different. But from my understanding of it, a lot of people find it absolutely fine to just do odds or evens, and their children have still graduated and everything else fine doing it that way. So, and to be honest, it's probably a bit overkill anyway to do all of the problems looking at them, because some of them are very similar. So to me, if you grasp something, you don't need to do every single problem to prove you've grasped it. If you've done 3 and you're perfectly showing understanding, then move on. So yeah, so that's an absolute possibility, and she has definitely grown in her independence with maths, wanting to do it herself and everything else, being ready to try it herself and only asking if she was stuck. So I don't think that it should be a massive upheaval to go from K3 to 5.4 in terms of the fact that it presented differently. It's just more the quantity of what's required of them that's slightly putting me off. But we will see. She might be absolutely fine with it. But I just want to have a couple of viable options, so that if it's not what we expected, then we can switch. Okay, so first impressions, it looks great. There's not tons of problems on the page. I like the fact that it will be very visual with having the blocks. They do go into multiplication quite deep, but you know, that's great. It is mastery, so that's what you would expect. So yeah, so we'll see once I've gone through it all, what I think. But I'm waiting to get the master books one so I can compare all three. But through them all, once I've got the master books one, I'm going to compare Saxon, Matthew C, master books, go through the scope and sequence, and then when the Good and Beautiful comes out in August, I can do the same with that. And then ultimately in September, I can figure out which is the program we want to start the year with. We'll start with that, and hopefully it'll be the right pick. But if it's not, then I've got another option, because I've gone through all of them to see which I think she'll prefer. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm excited to go through some more maths, because we've never switched from Saxon, so to me it's all new, seeing all these different options. And it's exciting as well to like think that there's other curriculum out there that we could use, and I'm having fun ordering them, and you know, going through them and seeing which one I think would be a good fit for us. However, if it ends up being Saxon still, I'm perfectly happy with that. So yeah, now I'm going to go and do some work on January 3 time. So quick update, I have finished all my activities. Yay, I'm so happy. So I've gone through all them all and checked that I was happy with all the activities that I picked. I also found a couple more that I wanted to include as well, so that's great. But I have to still go through and check all the links, but it's 8 o'clock now, so I'm going to call it a night. I want to I think I want to read tonight. I finally got my book from Borrow Box. I can't remember what it is now. It sounded really kind of creepy, but not scary, because I don't like psychological books. I mean, I don't mind them to a point, but I don't like it too scary, because I'm very sensitive in terms of having nightmares. So I don't like too scary books, especially if I'm reading at night time. I don't mind horror films, because I know it's completely made up. So horror films don't generally scare me. It's those ones that, what scares me is when it can actually happen. And a lot of psychological thriller books are quite realistic, but this seems completely, you know, it would never happen in terms of normal life. So, but it was so hard to find a book. They were all, even though it's ebooks, they were all booked up till August, September, October even, which was insane to me. So I think because you can only have it for 2 and a bit weeks, so I think people must have just reserved it. So once someone else sends it back, the ebook, or however it works, it gets removed from your device. The next person who's reserved it gets it, because how could it possibly be filled up till October? It's insane. So I did find one that I liked. I haven't gone through them all yet properly, so I'm sure there's a couple of others. But yeah, it's I don't know what genre I would really call it. It's urban fantasy kind of, but with a psychological element to it. It was compared to The Handmaid's Tale, so, but it's in a fantasy world. I'm gonna read that. I can't remember what the title is, but I'm sure it'll be okay. If not, I'll just send it back, if you're allowed to do that, which I guess you can. But yes, it's only 6 overall from what I can see, because when I took that book out, my allocation went down to 5. So I think it is maybe 3 audiobooks, 3 ebooks. I don't know. But anyway, I'm excited about reading that tonight, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a bath and then read for a little bit. And yeah, that'll be my night. So I will catch up with you tomorrow, and hopefully I'll at least halfway finish clicking on all my links and making sure they're all okay. I was going to tell you something and I can't remember what it was. I don't know. But anyway, it'll come back to me when I next update. But that's everything for now. So I'm going to go and have my bath and then do some reading. It's another day. I'm just having breakfast. So Alana's having some porridge, brioche, grapes and a strawberry apple and puree smoothie. Some water. And water as well to drink. We've got cornflakes, banana and grapes, coffee and water too. We got the pups in their bed. It's raining. They hate the rain. They don't mind going on a walk in the rain, but they don't like going on the garden in the rain. Oh, the penny. Snoozy woozy. And there's Shadow. Good morning, Shadow. Just about to watch Secret Life of the Zoo.
I'm making the book.
And Alana's making a book. Is it Secret Life of the Zoo or Secrets of the Zoo? Secret Life of the Zoo, isn't it?
No, it's Secrets of the Zoo.
Oh, Secrets of the Zoo. I'm thinking of The Secret Life of Pets. Secrets of the Zoo. She loves this program. It's really good, actually. Wolf pups are being born today. Got a Quinn. Eek! Jamie free time in the flesh. Printer, super annoying though. Printed it out of order. I don't know what happened. It obviously got a bit confused. So now I've got to put it all back into order again. But I'm still super excited. It's finally finished. Yay! Okay, so this is not really about 4th grade, it's more to do with 3rd grade, but we actually getting our last unit together of the year, and we are doing a gather round unit. We are doing creepy crawlies. I'm so excited. My daughter's really excited. They've just released Farm and Food, and oh my goodness, it looks amazing. But that's going to have to wait. We'll have to do that in 4th grade at some point throughout the year. But it looks absolutely fantastic. Drooling over it. It looks amazing. But we're just doing our farm unit now, so you know, it's come too late for us for this year, but we'll definitely get it up next year because it looks amazing. But for this year, we're going to do creepy crawlies. They're actually having a 10% off sale today. I don't know if, but this video is not going to post in time, sadly, so hopefully you saw it if you want them to get anything. But it doesn't start until 8 AM Eastern, I think it is, so it's too early for us yet, so I'm waiting until the coupon code becomes live. But I'll show you, I'll do a flip through of creepy crawlies once I've printed it all off. But yeah, we're excited to do our last unit of the year. So we've pretty much finished everything apart from maths, so we're going to do creepy crawlies and maths and spelling until the end of the year. My ink ready to print creepy crawlies. I've just printed the teacher's guide. I've just printed the teacher's guide. Shadow wants to investigate. But it looks so cool. I'm really excited. I'm going to do a flip through of it in a separate video, but it looks amazing. Shadow agrees. Don't you? What do you think? Do you think it's good? She says yes. I'm so excited. I just booked cinema tickets. We haven't been to the cinema in forever. Oh, well over a year. I'm so excited. We're going to see Peter Rabbit 2. I think it's been a year. I don't think we went in the summer. I don't know, maybe we... No, I'm pretty sure we didn't go in the summer. So it's been over a year. So we're going to see Peter Rabbit 2. Which I'm so excited about. She's really excited too. She's like planning all the snacks that she wants to take and everything else. So there are like specific rules that you have to follow. You have to wear your face mask in the cinema, apart from if you're eating and stuff like that, and you have to sit. You have to leave a space of 4 people in between, not obviously the family groups, but in between strangers. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait for us to go. It's going to be so fun. Okay, so I'm just getting ready to go out. I thought I would just get ready and talk to you at the same time. Because we're going to see Peter Rabbit 2, which I'm super excited about. We haven't been to the cinema, as I said, in over a year, so this is going to be so fun. Or the movie theatre, as I know some people call it. But yeah, we're super excited to do that, and we're going to get ice cream, I think, while we're there. So that's a good treat because they're super expensive, so it's not something we do all the time. And then it's bank holiday weekend here, so we're going to set up the tent in the garden and do camping, which is going to be really fun in the garden, because we've got the dogs and we've got the cat and everything else, so it's just easier to do it that way. Plus camping anywhere at the moment is so expensive because obviously people aren't able to travel, so they're all staying here in the UK, so the holidays are super expensive. So especially, you know, camping holidays and, you know, just anywhere. So that is a way for us to, you know, have a little treat and, you know, pretend we're camping. And it's so much more convenient anyway. You can go to the toilet when you want to, brush your teeth. So as a child, I never did camping at all. I never went camping until my honeymoon when we went camping, and I like it, don't get me wrong, but I also like my creature comforts. I like being able to go to the toilet and you know, being able to brush my teeth and stuff like that. So this is fun. My daughter is not sure. We haven't done a camping as in gone to a campsite yet with her, and she isn't sure whether she is going to like it and everything else. So I think this is a good way for her to actually practice and see how she feels about it. I'm excited for us. So what we're going to do is we are going to set the tent. It's bank holiday weekend, so we're going to set the tent up in the garden and tomorrow night, I think, and have fun camping in the garden. And it's best of both worlds. So you get to sleep in the tent and everything else. It's supposed to be warm this weekend too, and our house is always like a furnace in the summer. It's not summer yet, but it's already heating up already here. so it'll be nice to be cool at night, and be fun to camp in there. I've got just ordered some air beds though, because last time we went camping, well, it was not good in terms of comfort levels, so sleeping on the ground. So these air beds hopefully should actually help. But I'm going to do small cones and all that kind of fun stuff. I think that'll be, you know, a fun thing to do, and everything else. I think we'll enjoy that for this weekend. And Shadow will stay in the house, but Jason Quinn will come out into the tent with us. But Jason Quinn are our cavaliers, Shadow's our cat. So I won't bring Shadow into the tent. Jason Quinn. She can have the run of the house, which normally she doesn't get. So that will be fun. And my husband just built me a little herb planter. It wasn't actually supposed to be a herb planter, it was supposed to be a planter, but the way he designed it is actually much better for a herb planter, so I'm going to use that to plant a little herb garden. So I just need to, I've still got some basil. It didn't do very well though, the one in the house, so I'm going to see if maybe try again with it. Otherwise I'm going to get some new seeds. There were the seeds that just came with, remember I showed you ages ago? Ages ago, but it was a while ago, the calendar that my husband got from work, with the little seeds attached to it, you know, that you could recycle the pages once you'd finished with the calendar. So it was that, but it didn't do. The tomatoes from the pencil did great, but the basil seeds from the calendar did not. So I think I must have done something wrong, or I'm going to just get some more seeds. Maybe that's not going to work very well. So I'm going to get some herb seeds. I think planting a little plant. I'll show you the planter in a bit because it's really cute. He did a really good job with it. But I want him to make an actual planter, or buy one, ideally make one, because it'll be so much cheaper. So we're going to go to IKEA and see. Sometimes they put wood out the front, you know, they don't want anymore, you know, bit odds and ends and stuff. So I'm going to see. They used to do that pre-COVID. I don't know if they will still now, but we're going to try and see if there's any scraps of wood out there that we could use for a planter, because I want sort of a raised bed for all the stuff that we've just been growing, because I need a place to put it. And also I wanted him to dig out a little pumpkin patch, because we grew a pumpkin, it was doing so well, and we put it outside and he accidentally mowed it. So I want to kind of make it so it's really obvious that the pumpkin's there, and so it doesn't get mowed again. If we can put it into some kind of skirting around it, so you can clearly see that that's the pumpkin. That's where the pumpkin patch is. And then also to be able to plant a few more things outside, that'd be fun. Our strawberry little hanging basket is starting to bloom, which is cute. I wasn't sure if that was going to make it. We had that last year and I just put it out the front, and over once, you know, the season had passed, and I thought, you know, will it survive, will it not? But it did. So it's come back again this year, and we're already starting to see some little strawberries growing, which is cute. Well, it's almost, not quite ready yet. What else? Yeah, I think that's everything that I have to update on. So I'm just going to carry on getting ready, and then we're going to go to the cinema. I can't believe it. It's been so long. So speak to you soon. Oh, that was what I'm going to say to you. I've organised creepy crawlies, so I'll show you that in a second. Got it all into binders ready. So I was going to do a separate video flip through, but I think I'll just show you in this video rather than making a separate video. Although this video is going to be really long, but it's what it is. So I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so I've got the teacher's guide here and the early elementary notebook. I've also got this little jar for our book facts. That's something that you do as part of the daily activities, some facts about books that you have learnt. So I've taken out some of the pages that I don't need. So it wouldn't look like this if you just download it. There would be additional pages, but I've just taken out things I don't need and put in stuff that I want. So the lesson planner section, the notes section. It's gorgeous. Scope and sequence. Supply list. I'm just skipping pages. The book list to get to the actual stuff. Okay, so there's the table of contents, and you always get a colouring page, which is cute. Then the first lesson is Intro to Bugs. We get some lovely watercolour images. It's gorgeous. And you get a checklist as well of what to do. And then answers from your student notebook and what notebooking pages they have. I love the watercolour. Gorgeous. It's just stunning. I'm just going to flip. It's lovely, really is. Okay, so that's the teacher. And then the student pages. So I've kept in her colouring page. Again, I've taken pages out. So this is for lesson 1. So this is the bug jar. So choose one of the fascinating bug facts from the appendix to copy or write your own and place it in your bug jar. So that's what we do. This is her science page, her language arts page, and the social studies page. So talking about an entomologist. And then this is lesson 2. Again, I've taken out a few pages that I don't want to put in, that I know we won't do. So it looks slightly different when you download it. There's some more additional pages, seat work and stuff like that. But I took those ones out. If we want to do any of those, I'll just put them separately together. And then if we want to do any of those, we can grab one when we need to. So this one is talking about news reports for language arts. There's the geography page. Science and art. And then lesson 3, we've got a little life cycle to draw. Compound eyes, simple eyes, matching them up. Talking about butterflies. I love it. Breaking news. A local katydid wanted, so you have to make a wanted poster for the bug. So fun. So this is a history page and talking about the silk road. Look at that. I love that. It's gorgeous. And there are a couple of recipes in this for bark. So there's a chocolate one and there's a yogurt one, depending on what you want to make. For one of the activity pages. So it's this one. So it'll say you make a bark picture, but then if you want to make it more interesting, there's a recipe to make a sweeter version of edible bark. I thought that would be fun. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. So as I said previously, we've done most of our curriculum now because we're getting towards the end of the year. So we're going to do creepy crawlies, we're going to do maths, and we're going to do spelling and reading, obviously still, you know, our reader or whatever book she's reading. And I'll do our usual, you know, we do bedtime basket currently this year. So with all our books in that we're reading for the rest of the year. So this will take us out to the end of the term. And we're going to do some, I've already started thinking about summer and what we want to do for summer. Or some little bucket list. I already asked her what she wants to do. She's come up with a few really cool ideas of things that she wants to do. So here's, you get to also do a yogurt fermentation activity. Yes, so summer, so some really fun things she wants to do for summer. So she wants to do a Halloween day, which will be fun. We're going to do like a camping day, where we've got a smaller tent, so we'll do that inside with our smaller tent, or we might put the big one outside again and do that too. She wants to set up the paddling pool near the slide, so we can do like a water slide day. What else? There was a few different things that she came up with. It was talk about the plague for one of the history pages. So, oh, that was another one I saw on I can't remember the lady's name. I can't remember who it is, sorry. But she basically said one of her ideas was she was going to make lots of different flavours of homemade ice cream, and that sounds so fun. So we're definitely going to do that. So make some different flavours of ice cream over the summer, homemade ice cream. We don't have an ice cream maker, so I'm just going to find a homemade recipe from Pinterest and see what it turns out like. It might end up like sorbet, but that's fine. It's still really yummy. We'll see if we can actually pull it off without an ice cream maker. So we talk about different diseases that bugs carry. So this one's yellow fever. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I asked her what she wanted to do, whether she wanted to do the farm and food or creepy crawlies, and she picked creepy crawlies. She said she does want to do the farm and food one, but she just wanted to do creepy crawlies now. But we've just been doing our little farm unit anyway, so I think it's great and a better idea actually to do this now and then do the farm and food one at some point next year. Oh, lovely. So yeah, that's the student page. As I said, there are some pages missing because I've taken them out because I know we won't do those ones. But you get a good gist of what a Creepy Crawlies is like. It looks really fun. I'm really excited. Saved the dogs and given their summer cut. Carnage. Quinn, what a Sean look. She didn't need quite as much taking off as G. But she's, look at her tail, nice and smooth. Yeah. Jace, he looks like a spring lamb. He looks so young. Gonna go to the farm to see how much their herbs are to put in a new herb planter, but it's actually hot enough for sun cream, so it's really warm outside. I'm pale and blue eyes, so I burn. My daughter is pale and blue eyes, and she burns, so we get factor 50. So from the farm we got sweet basil. We got thyme, she smells amazing, and we got mint after 8. And here's the little planter, so it's super cute, so the herbs are going to go in there. Got potatoes in here right now. And there they are, in their new little home. There's the strawberries, they're doing well. Potatoes are really tall now. And we've got corn, no, peas and lettuce in here. Trees, doing amazing. We're going to have several pears this year. Pears doing really well. And cherries doing well. We always get tons of apples, but I think we're going to get a bumper crop this year. We're going to get a bumper crop this year. Going up, and I'm just about to make the s'mores. Got all this stuff here. So waffle cones, I'm going to put some chocolate in, some caramel nibbles, some marshmallows, some Oreo bits of Oreo, and then put them in the oven. It's going to be really yummy. Looking like so far. I'm in tin foil now and then put them in the oven. 10th tour. And then it's actually really roomy. That's one side. And then the second side. A little porch. And there it is from the front, and there it is from the front. Good. Yeah, I thought I'd show you some of the library books that we got that we really liked. So this one is the DK Science Year by Year. So visual history from Stone Age to space travel. And this is really cool. So you see it by the year, and then it shows you everything that happened during that time. With amazing real life pictures and illustrations. I think that's really fun. Definitely like this one. Okay, the next one is Atlas of Amazing Birds. It tells you all about the specific one, how long is it, and where to find it. That one's really fun too. Deadly Creatures. This one looks fun. The Surprising Lives of Animals, how they can laugh, play, misbehave. It shows you all the things they get up to. And then the next one is our favourite. The Not Bad Animals. This is so fun. I love this book. I'm really tempted to buy this one actually. So here's all our featured creatures. And basically, it'll have a page, give you all the bad things about them, or myths. I was brushing my teeth at the time when my daughter was reading this page to me, and she read me this one at night. I crawl on your face and sometimes you swallow me. In fact, you swallow about 8 of us every year. And I was like, what? Toothpaste everywhere. And then you turn over the page and then it tells you, that's all nonsense. But I didn't know that because this is the first time we've read the book. So I was horrified for about a minute till she turned the page over and she's like, oh no, that's not true. It was so funny. And then it gives you actual facts about the bug or the animal, whatever it is. I think this is just so fun and really informative, and also it teaches as well about not just taking things by face value, you know, really investigating into, well, is that actually true? So I think it's really good for critical thinking as well. So it tells you all about the cat. Scary me. Oh, some really fun ones. So I definitely recommend this one. I'm actually seriously thinking about getting it too. So that's everything in a little library. Well, we did get some other ones, some picture books and things, but these are sort of the favourites. So I'm started thinking about summer. I mentioned earlier I was thinking about summer, and I'm just looking back at things, something we didn't do any kind of like planning last year for obvious reasons. I'm looking back at the one I did for 2019, so I'll show you in a second the little template that I did. And we did a Make It Monday, Taste It Tuesday, Water Wednesday, Thinking Thursday, Fun Friday, Super Saturday and Swimming Sunday. So I might do something kind of similar this year, but with, you know, the ideas that she put in, and then a few things that I think we should do too. So that's something I'm going to end up doing for summer. So like Taste It Tuesday could be the different ice cream flavours maybe that we're thinking of making. But I was also, I keep going back to planners because now that I've pretty much finished making the curriculum and stuff, this is when I would normally start making my planners, and I just don't know what to do this year. So normally I make my own. For several years I have bought planners in the past, but they're so expensive. I love them, but they're super expensive. I've done the Erin Condren teacher lesson planner, and I absolutely love that, but it was just really expensive. So I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking I might not make them this year. I really had it in my mind that I was going to, but I can't seem to find any kind of inspiration from graphics and things that I've been looking for. Ones that I like for commercial use are so expensive, which is typical, isn't it? But so I just can't find any that I really like, you know, for the different months and stuff. So I might not actually make my planner this year. So if I don't, there's two options. Three actually. So I could use just a regular A4 notebook, which I do use for my majority of my planning anyway. My planner is usually just me scheduling it. So I might do that, and what? I could stick in a calendar and things into the notebook, so you know that would be helpful. So I could do that. The other option is, I've seen on my Busy Bees and Me, she's using a digital planner this year, and I've never used a digital planner before. So that could be a possibility. I saw the one that she was using on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's not too expensive, it's reasonable. And it also had schedule sheets, which she used as well, that came along with it that you could use, and although editable, so that's a possibility. And then the other possibility is bullet journaling. So I could bullet journal. Like I said, the only thing that's slightly putting me off bullet journaling is, will it just turn into this big long list of things to do? Because when I do bullet journaling for my personal journal, I decorate it all and make it all fun. But is that realistic for homeschool when there's so much more you have to write down? I don't know. So those are the things that I'm thinking of. Unless I suddenly find some digital paper that I really like, those are what I'm thinking of actually doing. But we'll see. So that's where we're up to, and I'm going to get back to work. Oh, I'm just going to show you the summer plans. That's what it looked like in 2019. So it was Make It Monday, Taste It Tuesday, Water Wednesday, Thinking Thursday, Fun Friday, Super Saturday and Swimming Sunday. So what I might just do is just keep the same template but put in the things she wants to do, and then put in a few things that I think that we should do. Definitely going to do journal. She does her journal anyway, and when we do fun stuff she always gets it out, and it's a great keepsake. I love looking back in it and seeing all the things that she's put, and so we're going somewhere, we'll get a leaflet or something of where we've been, or tickets or whatever, and we stick that into her journal. So it's more like a scrapbook really. But yeah, so I think we might do that again, but in a different way, and put on all the things she wants to do. Okay, I'm super excited. Journey Through Time is finished, so it's available now. I've done my flip through video. I think this video will actually be going up after that anyway, because there's lots of little bits that I need to edit, so it's going to take a little bit of time to do that. So Journey Through Time is available. I hope you enjoy it if you get it, and I will see you in our next video. I hope you enjoyed this little week in the life of homeschool prep. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon.